Hey, hi, how's everyone here? Still awake? Guess what it is? It's a snoring frequency detector. No, I told someone this is a cockroach sensor. Okay, so can you guess what it is? Okay, I'll review later. It's a 3D printed part that is used as an end use. It's not a prototype in hospital. Okay, I'll come back to this later. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daphne. Some call me Dalphine. I'll still respond to you. I'm from Rapid Model, rapidmodel.com.my. You can Google up and take a look what we are doing. But basically, we are not hobbyists. We are not enthusiasts, as in on the consumer level. We're actually technology provider, solution provider for 3D design tools, as well as 3D printing machines, mainly for enterprise use, industrial printers. Don't ask me how much. It's not my intention today. So when I got invited for this talk, I was very nervous as well, because this is the first type of crowd. I mean, this is the first time that I'm facing this type of crowd, because I used to speak in conferences and seminars where we have all the professional engineers sitting down there and looking at me like that, you know. And so bear with me if I sound too boring, and then you can just snore and I'll just detect it and I'll just stop it, all right? Okay, so 3D printing reshaping the future. Here today I am to basically share with you what's going on in the world right now. People and companies has been actually deploying 3D printing technology for many years. So we have been in, I myself together with my team and my company has been in the 3D printing industry for the last 10 years. Yes, 10 years, 10. Yes, I started working at 15, so I'm 25 now. So yeah, 10 years, we've been dealing with machines. 3D printing was known as rapid prototyping machine then, okay? And thanks to the media hype as well as the 3D printed gun last year, everybody started to talk about 3D printing, and as well as the open source machine was the patent of this fused deposition modeling machine printer has expired in 2009. The founder is actually currently the Chief Technology Officer of Stratasys. So you heard about Stratasys? Some of you? Yeah. So that's the brand I carry, huh? So you want to get some Stratasys? Please get my name card after this. So today, not here to actually talk about Stratasys product, but would like to share with you basically more on what's going on right now, and hopefully we can explore the unlimited possibilities together with the technology that we have. Okay, it has come to the era of mass customization. I think everyone start to hear about this is because these days we no longer like to wear the t-shirt that the other person is wearing, okay? If possible, I want to customize my t-shirt, my iPhone casing, my shoes, my everything. So it's because, you know, now if you go to the website of Nike, Ray-Ban, Oakley, you know, they started to allow actually product customization online. I'm not sure about the consumers in Malaysia. I myself is not a consumer here. We can do this and get them shipped to you, okay? But come to think of it, if you actually have this opportunity to offer this kind of customized product, you can demand for higher premium, higher margin. So again, I'm a bit of business talk here, but basically this is what to share with you. This is what the market is moving. Everybody looks for customization. Manufacturers are struggling because they cannot do mass production. They have to find a new way to do mass customizations. Yeah. So another slide here is actually just to share with you. You can actually demand for premium prices, as you can look at the chart right here. You know, if you are just a standard product, you know, everything made in China, everything made in Vietnam, everything made in Indonesia, it looks the same, isn't it? It's not very interesting. But if you could actually add on some of the very special element, like the 3D printing stuff, you know, you download 3D CAD stuff, and then you try to design it, you try to name it, you try to change it, and then you can print it, yeah? So this trend, you and I know, okay? But today, the intention of mine is actually to explore and also to share with you what's coming up next and get ready for the mega trend to come, which lies in a lot of this concept, which is a mass customization. So 3D printing, in a very serious engineering terms, It's called additive manufacturing, you know? So, when you speak to engineer, you cannot talk about 3D printing, they don't like. It's additive manufacturing because it's adding layer by layer, okay? So, it has been very famous about rapid prototyping to come up with concept models. These are the traditional and established design, and people are using rapid prototyping machine for concept models and functional prototypes. Remember, I mentioned about mass customization. Manufacturers are struggling because of time, because of cost, because of consumer demand. Additive manufacturing or 3D printing has actually gone beyond prototyping, okay? So these are the era that world leader like Stratasys, and of course, coming up with a solution that is actually catered to direct digital manufacturing, which means we can actually use the machine to print out manufacturing tools, as well as an end-use part. The thing in my hand is actually an end-use part. 3D print it, and then you do some post-processing, you install it on the machine, and there you go, you send to the hospital. So, of course, 3D printing, we have to create fun stuff, right? I don't have a lot of fun things to show here, but maybe you read it on YouTube, maybe you read it on the website, but these are some of the things that I find very interesting and very inspirational, because when I shared it with the people, with the friends, they find it interesting, and as well as I would like to share it with my kids as well. American Chopper, you know, they make custom bike, okay? So they use 3D printing technology to make this dragon head. There is a very filthy rich customer from China asking for a dragon head, you know? And American Chopper did it. Yeah? Go to the YouTube and then you will find how they make it. Would you like to have one? Of course, yeah? Premium price? Of course. See, guys, there's a marker for it, go for it. This is the world's first 3D printed car. Okay, the world's first 3D printed car. It was announced, I think, last year. Yeah, about 6 to 8 months ago. So it's a working model. It's actually go on the road, but of course, you know, in Malaysia, you have to pass, you know what, JKR or JPJ, you cannot lah. Huh? So conceptually, it has been done. You know, just like the earlier presenter, there was a hover bike and all that. So think about it. Right? If there is a 3D printed car, what else can you cannot make? Okay? Legacy effects. Everybody loves movie, animations. Okay? So, yep, like Iron Man, these figures are all 3D printed because you can, in movie production, I'm pretty sure some of you who are the experts over here in animation and digital media, when you have some physical products in your hand, and it's very easy and very convincing for you to make a good movie, because you don't just depend on graphics anymore, right? Because a 3D model gives you the real feel, and you see the light, you see the interactions and all that. So those are the fun stuff. So moving on, the reason why I'm so passionate in 3D printing is because, it's not because the fun stuff, okay? I've surpassed the age of fun stuff. I'm no longer 15, I'm 25 now. So I'm actually looking for things that is meaningful in my life, okay? What else can we do to improve ourselves, to improve other people's life? So I got attracted to this 3D printing industry is because we started to explore and see many people think beyond what is available currently, for example, in medical, all right? Those days, we thought that it's impossible because it's going to be very expensive to make the tool, to make this and that. Nowadays, with 3D printing, they can do a lot of wonderful stuff. Just to give you an example, okay, no video because 80 minutes, too short, organizer, too short. I used to talk about this for 3 hours, you know, so next time, huh? Next time. So, no video, but go and Google it. I actually leave it the name of this Emma's Magic Arm. Read about it, because there is this biomedical engineer actually make this articulated, the artificial hands or supporting structure. It's not prosthetic, but similarly for this little young girl, so that she can actually live like a normal person. Okay, and of course this Eugene boy, he was born with only one finger on his left hand, no other fingers. But this is prosthetic. There are some articles talking about it, and the designers, the biomedical designer, engineers, make a 3D printed fingers for him so that he can live like a normal person. Haha, this is the one in my hand. This is actually an MRI scanner, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real product. It is actually done by an American manufacturer. It is an MRI scanner, yeah? Not very solid, isn't it? Industrial printer, huh? Yes, yes. It is a true story. You can actually Google it. So of course it has done some post-processing, okay, and sandblasting and so some coating. It looks nicer lah. Then you can sell better price. So and then they install on the MRI scanning machine. And what happened? Why do they need actually 3D printing? Is because whenever the hospital needs it, the hospital actually needs it very limited quantity, like 5 pieces of this dimension, another 6 pieces of this dimension, another 4 pieces of this dimension. Very kacau, you know. So as a manufacturer, you cannot keep so many molds and tools, and then you mass manufacturing thousands of pieces and then keep in your warehouse and wait till the rat come and, you know, eat away your plastic. So it doesn't work that way. So this American manufacturer has started to deploy 3D printing is because you print on demand, you make on demand, yeah? And I have a costing here actually. If you're interested, later we can explore. It shows that it's a cost saving because for those guys, if you understand about conventional way of making plastic parts, you need to go through mold, tools, manufacturing, and it costs you a few tens or 100,000 for the development work and also the production work. Imagine you only have a 3D CAD file and you bypass all the conventional tooling, you just 3D print it and just apply the secondary process. It's a lot of savings. I just talk about the cost saving percentage. It's proven, that's why it's written here, 62% in terms of cost. Time, 28%. Any CEO here? Damn good, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing sales anyway. Okay, surgery planning and training. This is not a picture I simply download from Google Images. This is my customer. Okay, this is a customer of mine in Malaysia using our 3D printing technology to print out, to simulate tumor patients for pre-surgery training, for pre-surgery planning. You know, it's like, you know, touch wood, one day you got tumor or someone, you know, met an accident, you need to go and scan it. I mean, it's real cases, I'm not joking. So the hospital will basically do a CAT scan on the tumor patient, okay? So what happens is, in the normal situation is the doctor will go through the patient, you know, stand in front of the X-ray, you know, this is your head, this is your tumor, But you cannot visualize in 3D. So now with 3D printing, right, the patients who are very rich, okay, got rights, you know. I pay for the surgery, you know, I need to know what you're going to do on my head. So they're going to 3D print it, and of course, the surgeons will actually explain the process, or you can explain to the family, all right? And not only that, sometimes surgery is very complicated. It requires a few experts. So how would the expert talk on the black and white screen? Very difficult. So now with 3D printing, it makes a lot of communications easier, okay? This customer of ours actually resides in University Malaya. They are doing a lot of research for UMMC as well. They are actually making hundreds of the head, okay, fake heads are of course, using 3D printing and to conduct training for surgeons, young surgeons training. You know why? Why? Need to 3D print it? Cannot find corpse anymore. It's a very serious issue, yeah? Corpse, you know, right? Dead body. At first I thought, corpse, wow, robo-cops, you know, corpse, okay? My English is not so good one, so I know corpse, okay, robo-cops, not robo-cops, corpse, the dead body. Because of hygiene, because of many factors, right? And cannot find corpse anymore. It's going to be very costly. And not only that, for your information, this is what I learned from the surgeon. I like it so much. You don't get the tendering kind of feeling on corpse. Does it make sense? As a surgeon, as a very young surgeon, you don't have many experience cutting people's head, right? You got to really experience about, you know, how rubbery, how, okay, it's going to be very girly when I show the blood and everything, but no, today I'm not showing blood. But The printer is actually able to simulate rubber so that it actually gives that kind of tender, soft kind of tissue feeling to the surgeon so that they can learn how to operate on fake heads, okay? Until when they got certified, they're ready, and then they can cut on the real heads. So, sorry, I use very layman terms. No surgeons here, no medical people here, so please excuse me. Of course, so I always like to talk about the medical because something quite special application. And dental aligners, yeah. These days, the dentistry, I think in Malaysia is not yet a trend, but you can take a look in Europe and US. We talk about digital dentistry these days, okay? In the very near future, if our local dentists and dental lab here invest on the intraoral scanner, you basically don't go and bite on the mold anymore, okay? There is a 3D scanner, like the one that you showed from the previous presenter. There's an intraoral scanner, goes to your mouth, okay? And then they scan your teeth. Everybody's teeth are different here, isn't it? You cannot find identical teeth model in this room, all right? So everybody's teeth mold are very different. So what we do is actually we use the 3D scan data and 3D print it, and you can actually customize your aligners. We don't wear the gigi besi anymore, right? These days, it's all transparent, very sexy, very colorful one. You know, so yeah, this is how dentistry is taking place. So when we talk about very near future, it is actually happening right now in other parts of the world. Malaysia, to invest in scanner is going to take some time, but please watch out, you know, for the trend. If you spot on any dental lab interested on this, please call me. I give you commission. So. Lifestyle, yeah? So everybody, you know, like today is a very cozy place, you know. Everybody looks for better living, better lifestyle so that we look very different. We are very, very different individual. We have got examples like people print out speakers, right? Nowadays we buy very expensive speakers, all the big brands, yeah. You can even model it and then 3D print it and then just try to deploy it at your home. And this is actually one of the application by Disney Research. Okay, by the way, Disney, when I know this, I also thought Disney, the theme park. No, not the theme park. Disney Research actually has a very big team in US. They are actually exploring on a lot of high-tech gadgets and toys. Yeah, not just toys, but actually you can actually play it. Do it 80 minutes. How? Got people avoid my eye or not? No, I can continue, huh? Okay, I'll run fast. Thank you so much. So what you saw on that little graph is that the base actually has got some sensor. When they do, okay, the chest model is 3D printed. Before it, how it print actually, it print from the base, and then there's a chip to insert, and then they continue the second layer printing, and then that's where they will get the reading from how you play the games. Okay, it's not just playing games. What I'm showing here right now is actually not to tell you to, yeah, this done. You know, it's not about future. But when you look at the work of others, right? Think about what are the new possibilities that we can make. You see, so these are done in a very small scale or very quiet, very confidential back in the US. I'm pretty sure with some movement here in Malaysia and Asia, we can really do something great. So it's just that we need to expose more about what other people do and then to see what we can deploy here. So again, better living. Yeah, print chocolate, everybody talk about print food, print chocolate. I do not sell machine that print chocolate, so don't come to me when you want to print chocolate. I think there is some machines in the market already printing food, but take note that, you know, in terms of food FDA, you know, food processing is very, very critical, right? It's very difficult to control the hygiene and also the product safety. So this is more on the gimmicks. I would say it's a gimmick, okay? But I read an article. 3D printed food can be applicable to some patients. Again, patients, I love medical nowadays. Patients where they have either some problem with the digestions or they cannot eat a lot of food. But, you know, we can actually compose the vitamins, the nutrients into different kind of shapes and texture so that the patient can eat with a limited quantity. Think about it, you know, how can this kind of food 3D printing offer to the patients. All right. This little duck here, if you Google, I also just simply Google, I forgot what's it. 3D printed duck leg or foot, you can find already. So this little duck here actually was born with a backward left leg. So this little duck cannot walk like normal. So someone actually did a 3D printed leg for this little duck, and he can walk. Yeah, of course, there are some other things like, these are the new words I learned, maxillofacial. Maxillofacial, you know, maxillofacial is, in Chinese, I don't know how to talk, but basically it's not a plastic surgery, but it's mainly, you know, for patients who have actually met accident and the bone structure, everything is abnormal, and then they basically have to reconstruct. Okay, so reconstruct. So they are already 3D printer in the market that can print out titanium. Like you see, this is actually covering the skull because the patient actually had an accident, and basically his bone is broken, and it can replace with skull. And of course, these days you have hip replacement, joint, and all that. So those are 3D printed as well because everybody has a different structure. I do not have much time, but you can also Google about this little boy where he was born with collapsed bronchus, okay, that he cannot breathe normally. Okay, so what the 3D printing company has done is actually created a device which is soluble, which is not soluble, I mean dissolvable over time, and put it, and the patient, the doctors actually put it into his bronchus, and it actually extended his life, and they do other surgery. So no, these are the great stuff that this 3D printing is coming along. Okay, energy. So we have even companies make models that can actually work like a solar energy, and they bring it to places like Africa and all that, you know, to actually supply the electricity to the poor country. So energy, again, is another big trend, mega trend right now when we talk about sustainability. And last but not least, prepare for the emerging of 4D printing, okay? This is not a video. Yeah, this is not a video. Don't worry, no video. I would like you to go to YouTube, look for Skylar Tibbetts. He has a TED Talk. Very great guy. I met him in January. He came to a conference and he spoke about 4D printing. Mind-blowing. Now we are still stuck at infancy stage of 3D printing. The moment you think about 4D, you hear about his talk. Let me just give you a very quick gist of it. There is a special material printed on this model, and when it touches water, it starts to deform. Okay? Think about it. One day we will face scarcity of land. Okay? Our house getting smaller and smaller. Okay, for Hong Kong people, for example. So, you know, you don't have place for the table, the chair, you know. Think about it. If your furniture can unfold, deform at certain period of time, okay? If your stuff can actually deform when it touches certain chemical and gas. It sounds scary, it sounds very eerie. Suddenly the thing moves like that. No, that's not. But think about it, because it's an interaction of chemical with some physics, of course. 4D printing is coming. So guys, we got to run very fast. I know I have to run very fast. 4D printing is coming, but I'm pretty sure you have another 3 presenters to hear about 3D printing. So hang on. Check it out after the show or tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your attention.